everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janae if you're new, and welcome to a new video. I make content all about wellness centered around my own VSG weight loss surgery journey, fitness and nutrition, and if any of that interests you, then I hope you subscribe. So today's video is going to be another monthly update. I'm moving into month 8, so we're going to recap month 7. So I hit 8 months VSG weight loss surgery and I got the gastric sleeve. I hit 8 months yesterday on November 2nd. So let's just jump right into the numbers. My highest weight ever was 287.2 pounds back in 2020. I started this year off at 265 pounds in this weight loss journey back in February 17th at 264.2 pounds. Last month on October 1st, I weighed in at 197 pounds. And today, November 3rd, I weighed in at 289.8 pounds. So that is a total weight loss of 97.4 pounds from my highest weight, 74.4 pounds from starting my VSG journey, and 7.2 pounds for the month. Guys, I have not hit that big of a drop since the July weigh-in. From June to July, I hit 7.4 pounds, and then it's slowly just been decreasing between like pretty much around 5 pounds per month. So this is my biggest drop since then. So pretty much 75 pounds gone in 8 months. So I try not to think about the overall weight loss goal, because if I think about that big number, it can be overwhelming, it can be anxiety ridden, and it can just be a lot. So I've been trying to break up my goals into mini goals. My last mini goal was getting into Wonderland and hitting 199. I'm not sure what this mini goal was going to be. I know I'm losing weight slower, so I can't like make it bigger, because if I make it bigger, then again, I'm gonna like start feeling anxiety around the number. So I was shooting for 175, but then I backed off a bit and I dropped it to 185. My next goal after that is to hit my first pre-pregnancy weight of, I'm just gonna round it down to a 173, because I cannot remember if it was 173 or 175. Now, realistically, it's probably gonna take me about 2 months to get there, just by looking at my own weight stats on average. And I am 100% okay with that. My goal weight is 150 pounds. The doctors really want me to be at 140 pounds, but I'm trying to fill it out. I'm trying to see what my body looks like, how I feel at that weight. My first clinic did tell us to shoot for like 10 pounds lower than our own goal weight, kind of losing weight at a J to where your goal weight is here, lose a little bit more. That way, when you go into maintenance, you can kind of curve out, allow yourself to gain a little bit, and then kind of just cruise on out there. So while my goal weight is 150, I may shoot for 140, 145 to give myself just that flexibility and see what my body does naturally. I had a lot of people ask me on my TikTok, which if you're not following me on TikTok, go ahead and follow me. We have lots of conversations over there in the moment. So I had a lot of people ask me, well, what is my goal weight? Am I just letting my body do what it's gonna do? Am I trying to get as skinny as possible? And no, to answer that question, I'm definitely not trying to get as skinny as possible. I remember feeling my best when I was at 150 pounds. That's why I'm like kind of fixated on that number. So while I am also trying to let my body just do what it's going to naturally do, I also want to shoot for my goal weight. Now, if I get to my goal weight and my body is still naturally just losing weight, I don't know. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do then, because again, I don't want to lose like too much weight. I don't see myself being in the 230s, 220s. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's crazy to even fathom those thoughts the closer I get to it. I'm less than 40 pounds away from my goal weight. So it's crazy to think about going even beneath that, because I didn't even see myself here. So we'll talk about that when we get there. But no, I don't plan on like actively trying to lose weight once I get to my goal weight. I do, however, plan on trying to build up my physique, trying to build up my strength, my stamina, stuff like that. Those are my body goals. I will stop more so focusing on the weight and focusing on more body fat percentage, body recomposition, how my physique look like. That will be my goals once I get to my goal weights. But Yeah, we'll talk about that once we get there. We still gotta get there first. So now let's jump right into the measurements for the month. I'm gonna put my October and then my November measurements on the screen for you guys to see. From the looks of it, it looks like I've lost a ½ inch to an inch in majority of the areas on my body. So that is key on any weight loss journey. Just don't rely on that scale. Look at before and after pictures, look at before and after videos, and take your measurements. As far as clothing sizes, I am officially moving into a medium. I am officially in the medium large. I'm definitely out of the plus sizes, out of the extra larges. I've been in a large for a while now, but now I'm moving into medium large. I'm actually starting to buy a lot more things in mediums now. To talk about my 6-month post-op appointment. So as you guys know by now, I am a military spouse. We just PCS from San Antonio to Washington State, and I had my weight loss surgery in San Antonio at our last duty station. So now here I have a new PCM, which means I have a new surgeon, registered dietitian, taking over my care. So I finally got into their bariatric clinic to get my 6-month post-op appointment. So I did this, I believe it was October 18th. So going into the appointment, I already had assumed that they was going to get my blood drawn. So I went into the appointment fasted just so that I could be prepared, which they did draw my blood. After my surgeon did say that if anything was out of range that he would call me, which he still hasn't called me yet, but I'm able to access my own chart and look at everything. I was definitely nervous about this because I have not been consistent with my supplements. I have been so far for the month of November, but I have not been consistent previously with my vitamins and supplements, and the blood draw is for the last 3 months, and for the last 3 months I was not on top of that. So I was definitely scared and nervous that I was going to be deficient in things, but I'm not in anything actually. And the only thing that's starting to become low again is my vitamin D, which is an issue that I've always had. So at the time of the appointment, they got me at 199 pounds, and that meant I lost 52% of my excess weight. Sleeve is supposed to give you 70 to 80% of excess weight loss. Some people will do more, some people will do less. So my surgeon said I am right on track with how much I'm supposed to be losing, so don't focus on the percentage numbers right now. Another thing they want me to focus on is my water intake. I just posted a video on how I increase my protein and water intake right after having weight loss surgery. I'll link that card in the description above. But even in that video, I state I still struggle with my water. I have been doing a lot better lately because I've actively been focusing in on it, but they did say that I need to be more consistent with my water intake because it will help push along my weight loss as well. They want me to up my water intake goes to the 96 ounces to 128 ounces, which is a gallon water every day. I, on average, will get 80 ounces of water. My personal goal is to shoot to 96 ounces. That's something I'm actively focusing in on, is to at least hit 96 ounces of water every day, which for the month of November, I actually have been doing. When it comes to working out, they definitely said I need to work on my consistency and that I need to up my amount of cardio that I'm doing and the number of days. They said at this point in my sleeve, I am going to have that slow drop in weight. I'm not gonna have those big numbers like I used to have before. And what will help increase that is by doing more cardio, because my body is starting to get used to my new weight and the calories that I'm intaking. I'm still at the 800 to 1,000 calorie range, and I will be up into a year post-op. My body is naturally getting used to this calorie intake. So to push my weight loss, I'm going to have to up my cardio. And he said that I need to be doing like 45 minutes of hit high intensity type of training 5 to 6 times per week, not 3 to 4, which is what I have been trying to do. He said I need to up that. So for the month of November, that is going to be the focus, which again, I have been doing an hour the last 2 days. So here is something that I want you guys to comment about if you have any knowledge of this or if you've done this before. But I was talking to the resident about just, you know, everything, my history and all that stuff. And she did want to inform me of some stuff, not to say that I'm going to be taking any of these options, but just to let me know what my options are. So she said at the 9 to a year month range, if I'm still like losing weight slowly, if I still am trying to hit my goal weight, that I can start taking weight loss medication to help my sleeve out. It will give me like a 20% more of a boost to lose more weight. She also said, I think at the year to 18 month mark, if I'm like still not at my goal range or if I'm even gaining weight, said that they could consider a revision to the bypass. So if I'm having any like acid reflux, GERD, or I'm just starting to gain weight again or anything like that, they could consider a revision from sleeve to bypass. Now, I don't want to have to do medication, and I definitely don't want to have to undergo yet another surgery. So I pretty much need to just stay on top of things on my own, like do exactly what it is that they are suggesting me to do. Make sure I stay on top of those things. Make sure I'm staying on my water, my vitamins, my working out, my caloric needs, my macros, like all of that stuff. I need to make sure that that is all in check before I personally even consider going up there asking for these two options. So some things that I've just learned from this month, and just to recap it, I definitely stopped getting on that scale. It was definitely causing me a little bit of anxiety. I get on it every week. With this weight loss journey, I told myself I wanted to only weigh myself once a week because I could be obsessive with it and get on it every day and let it affect my mood. And since my weight has been slowing down, I started to fall back into those old habits. So I had my husband hide it from me, and I'm just now getting on it. And so I'm happy to see my results. Now, am I gonna make him hide it again? I don't think so. I think I feel okay enough now to go back to my weekly weigh-ins and not get on it every single day, especially because I am focusing on doing what I have to do every single day. Moving on into November, I definitely want to work out every single day this month, doing some form of movement for at least 30 minutes. I have a Peloton, I have my walking tread in the garage, so I am able to do something quick in the house if I don't feel like going to the gym or going outside. But I want to move my body every single day. I want to get into that habit of having active rest days and the days that I'm actually moving my body. I am focusing on my vitamins and my water for this month. And like I said, I'm just dialing in with my caloric needs as we move into the holiday season. This is gonna be my first holidays after having my sleeve, and it's just us since we're on the other coast. No one's coming to visit us this holiday season. So I'll be able to control what is going on in my home since I do all the cooking. But still, I do want to have somewhat of a normal holiday season. So make sure you guys are subscribing because I do have some videos that's going to be coming up for the holidays on how I plan to have some balance during this holiday season. All right, you guys, that is everything for the month of October as I move into the month of November. Comment down below if you had weight loss surgery. Where are you at in your journey? How is everything going? Is there any videos that you want me to do? Anything that you want me to explain? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon. That way you're notified every single time I post a new video. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok. This is where you're going to be getting the information in the moment, and we have much more conversations over there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.